Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Inside Edge. It is Thursday, June 5th. One of the first self funders in Jersey politics was Malcolm Forbes, the magazine publisher. He was a billionaire state senator, and in 1957, he challenged Bob Miner, the reasonably popular Democratic governor. And the 50s were the early days of television. And in North Jersey, you had just a few choices. You had channels 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 was public television. And TV was in black and white, and the channels operated for just part of the day. So when they were finished for the day, the station would end by playing the national anthem with a film of the flag, the red, white, and blue, in black and white, waving in the background. And then they would cut to a test pattern. And that test pattern would remain up until the station came back on the air in the morning. Miner bought a block of time the night before the election to make his final pitch. Forbes wanted to rebut it, so he bought a half hour after Miner in order to, essentially buy the last word in the 57 governor's race. Miner's campaign manager was a wily guy named Bob Burkhart, probably one of the best and most influential political operatives of the 50s and 60s. And here's what Burkhart did. He ended Miner's broadcast 5 minutes early. The Miner campaign then played the national anthem with the flag in the background. And then for the next 2.5 minutes, they paid to display the test pattern. And the voters, they thought that the channel was shutting down for the day because that's what they were accustomed to. You heard the national anthem, you saw the flag, you saw the test pattern, and that station was done. So you got up out of your chair because there were no remote controls in those days. You got up and you turned the TV off. So that meant that when Malcolm Forbes came on the air, there were relatively few people watching. Now, Miner won that campaign by 10 points. He was probably going to win anyway, and they didn't need to pull the trick. But as they say, you always run like you're 10 points down. Burkhart wound up going to Washington after working on JFK's 60 campaign. He was briefly the assistant postmaster general until New Jersey Democrats called him back. They were trying to win their third consecutive governor's race, and they did. They haven't done it since. Dick Hughes won this upset come from behind victory, and he made Burkhart the Democratic state chairman and the secretary of state back at a time where you could hold both jobs at the same time. Later, Burkhart's career in the 70s ended badly. He pled guilty to accepting bribes dealing with a bridge contract. But believe me, I got better bridge stories to tell you than Bob Burkhart's. The Inside Edge will not be on tomorrow because tonight at we're going to have our annual pre-primary live stream, the Nerdfest 25, with Micah Rasmussen and Joey Fox and Zach Blackburn and Ryan Dubicki, and I hope you'll all watch that, and then maybe have had enough of me at least through the weekend. So I'll be back on